for today I will show you what exactly is the developer icon. Right, so this is my my newest developer icon so far, and as you can see, sometimes it's slightly changed the number here, so I have to switch back. So this is what I have right now. This is what I will be using for my future creation maps. So if you have already achieved the developer ranks in Miniworld, you can create the developer icons of your own to help players quickly recognize it is your maps. And so if you see this icon in any future maps from now on, you know it is my creation. And if you like my creation, you can always support me. Right, so I'm not going to show you how to build things, but I will show you what you should do with your developer icons and how you can set up the triggers for playing advertisement. Right, so that is very much for today, because last class we already go through all the triggers, even advanced trigger for our parkour map. So pretty much today will be all about the developer stuff. Spooky. I should change this to nighttime for today. Should we? Yeah, let's do nighttime for Halloween. So the first thing I want to tell you about what you can do with a parkour map as a developer is the most basic function for the developers. It is the developer shop, and if you click on this icon right here, it is your developer shop. Yes, if only you have achieved the developer ranks, you can open it, but this is what the developer shop looks like. So you can see there are many tabs here. The maximum amount of items you can put in your shop is 50, but trust me, I never reached that number. You need to add something, but you don't need to add like 50 items maximum, right? So let's say you want to sell some let's say you want to sell a chicken, like the roast chicken, for the players to speed up, recover some HP, for example. Then you pick it, and then you can set the price. So as a developer, you can choose the price for your products, but make sure you choose the most reasonable price for your players. Do not go and just put the highest price you can, because if you do it like that, it's not reasonable. Players will get really bad experience playing your maps, and they will not bother try it again. So make sure you set up a very reasonable price. So let's say for something that is not unique, something that is not new, something that is just a one-time use during the gameplay, you should change this to mini beams, because that way it's more reasonable. Mini coins is like the premium currency in Miniworld, and there's no way people gonna spend mini coins for a roast chicken, right? So switch this to mini beams. There's other option you can use. You can use mini point. Mini point is the currency that you got from watching advertisement on mobile phone, or like on your phone device only. If you are playing this on a computer or a laptop, you will not see this currency anywhere, okay? So just keep in mind, you can also pick that if you want to, but for this item, I highly recommend you choose mini beams. If you set up like a unique item, for let's say you set up something unique like this OP magic broom that we made before. If you don't know what the magic broom does, you can go back to our previous class about creating competitive items. So if, like, for example, we want to sell this, you can use mini coins as the price tag for this. Then you can move on and set up the tag. So for this one, this is a weapon, so you will look for, oh wait, this is not the category. So this is the category. So a weapon, you pick weapon. If you sell like equipment, just pick equipment. If you want to add some new category, you can always do that right here. This one is a weapon, so I will keep this as a weapon, right? Tag, this tag is for It's like if you're selling something for real, you want to add a tag in for the consumer to know what is happening, what is going on in the market, like which one is the best seller, which one is popular for the day, and the tag will help the player to quickly recognize what items is the best, and like it will catch the attention of the players easier if you add in text. So let's say for this broom it is very OP, so I will add the like trending. I can add trending, or I can add like feature, or even yeah, if you pick limited, then you have this option right here. But if you pick some other tags, you will not have that option. Why? Because limited means that it will only be on sale for a certain amount of times, and you can set the times to up to 90 days, which is roughly 3 months. Yes, 3 months. So let's say you can sell this broom for 10. No, 10 is too much. Normally if you sell some items that is OP, you should goes around 5 mini beams per items. Right, so you can add the times if you are limited items. If you set to discount, you can also set the time for the discount. So the discount means that if after the discount duration end, the price will go up again. So this is the original price. Let's say for example is 5 mini coins, and the discount price is 1 mini coins. So after 30 days, these items will go down to will go up to 5 mini coins again. Right? Is it also you cannot go under 4 mini coins. That's interesting. Right, so anyway, that's the two options that you get to set the time. For other option like feature, new, trending, you don't have that time matter here. Right, so selling price, like I said, should be 5 mini coins at best, because they only use it during one game. So you don't go overboard like 10 or 20 mini coins, even if the item is OP, right? But just keep in mind that you need to create items that is not too OP, that is not a game breaker. You need to balance everything in your maps for the players to feel like that it's not like pay to win game, and they still have the chance to win against players who have these items. Okay, this one is ads mode, which mean if the player is on the phone, they can choose to watch an ad to get the items and not pay the price of it. So they can choose to watch a 30-second advertisement and get this magic broom. Usually you don't want to turn this on, because you will have a separate ad trigger for developers later on I will tell you about. So just turn this off. If you're generous enough, you can turn this on. Like I said, it all depends on you. If you are generous developers, go ahead and just give the players the option to do this. So you click confirm, and then you have these items right here. So this is what your developer shop will look exactly like when the players open it. And then you can add more items, up to 50 items. So that's a lot, right? So if you put this in weapons, you will find it in weapons. If you put these items in like item, you will find it in item. So this is just like more easy for the player to sort what they need. And this general tabs will basically contain every items you put in the shop. And then you want to click save, and as soon as you switch to play mode, you can check your developer store again, check if you can well, don't buy it because it will actually consume your currency, but you can check if it display your items already or not. And if you buy items from a developer store in a developer maps, you won't see the items right away. You need to check the pack right here, click on it, and then you need to extract the items to your toolbar. Then you can use the item, right? So just keep that in mind. You won't receive the items right away. Just a little extra step. That's all it costs. Right. So let's get back into the developer topics. We talk about how to set up the developer shop. And now we should be ready to move on to the next developer abilities, which is the developer store icon. So I haven't got it here, so let's go to the other maps, the building maps, and I can show you the items again. So wait. Alright, so we should start with making the developer logos and item first. So if you're familiar with plugins by now, you should know how to create like just a simple items using plugins. So we want to pick mix, and then we want to pick our developer logos. Where did I put my logos? Hello. I cannot find my oh, there it is. Okay, so we have my developer logo here. You want to name this developer store, no, shop. I mean, you can use either word, but normally I use shop. And you don't need to add attribute. You need to add an action for skill, but you don't want it to actually do anything because we will work on that in the trigger. So you want to pick the power strike ability. You want to set it to 0, both 0. Then we're going to set non-chart, no cooldown, set it to single target, click OK, and you are ready. Just add description like open up a developer shop, store shop. Right, so just save and put it in your maps. Now you're ready to set up some triggers. Let's see if we can only take it out. So here is our developer icons. If we switch to first person mode, it will look like this. Right, so now it doesn't do anything yet, but you will see what it does in a moment. So normally if you are into maps, you will need to click on this icon to actually find out if it has some items for developer shop on it or not. And usually players don't do that. They don't want to do that, right? So this is what the developers items here is for. It's for quickly open the developer shop by using triggers, right? So now how can you set up the triggers for these items? So you go to triggers. Again, if you have been following the previous class, you will know exactly how to set up a simple triggers, right? You go to trigger right here. You can create a new trigger set and rename this to developers. Yeah, developer S. Yes. This one, let's call it the developer shop. Right, so what you want to do, you want to click on add, you want to click on an event which is player, which is the which one was it? Player use item, where is it? Use props, right? Use prop. Yes, so players, any player user any items, you want to click on condition, you want to add an items here. Where is it? Determine item types, and then you go to the template library. You will find your developer items there, right here. For the action is simple. You just click on you scroll all the way down, and you will see this developer tab right here. If you're not a developer yet, you cannot use the function in this tab. So make sure that you have already achieved the developer rank first. If you don't know how you can confirm if you already have the function or not, wait, I will just finish this trigger and I will show you. Hey, welcome to the stream. Taiwan and Nama. I mean, we already. I mean, it's not half the class yet, but you're a bit late, but it's okay. We have the record. I will post the record soon. You can go through all like the things we learned in the class, but just the main topics. I will cut out all the not related to the topics part. So if you stay on the stream, you might get some codes. You might know more about mini-world in general. Right. We want to click on Open Developer Store right here, and that's it. We're done. So if you want to test it out, you click to play mode, and as you can see, if I use this item, it will just automatically open the developer shop, my map developer shop for instance. So that's how you do it. That's how you make the developer shop items. Use your logos to open your shop quickly without even clicking on the icon, so like the players can just open the shop whenever they want to. Simple and easy, right? So that is how you do it. All that's left now is how do you play advertisement, right? So let's say we have to create let's say we create an extra blocks for this example, right? Let's pick Deadpool just for the sake of this tutorial. Let's pick Deadpool. So let's get into the ads trigger. So if you're a developer and you don't know how to play advertisement in your maps yet, let me show you, right? Let me show you. Where's there's Deadpool. We just grab him. All right, let's just put Deadpool over here, right? So let's say you want Deadpool to be your advertisement source, like so. Maybe you want your player to know that Deadpool is actually the advertisement source. You will have to put a sign next to him just for the players to know. So let's say click on Deadpool for to get free reward, right? So let's put a message like this. You don't want to put a message like click on Deadpool to watch advertisement, because player will wonder, why do I need to watch an advertisement? You need to say like you will receive something by watching the advertisement, right? So I will just leave the message like this, and now we can go ahead and set up our triggers. But before that, we need to use the tool mode. Again, we click on the second option to pick the position that the block is in, like this. Yes, like that, right? So now we have the block position, we have the Deadpool block, and we can start making our advertisement triggers for developers, right? So let's name this the ad. I mean, if you aren't a developer at the moment, well, you still want to know how to do this, how this works, because soon enough there will be a lot of developers in mini worlds. So if you know how to do it beforehand, it will be way easier for you to start doing developers job in the future. So yeah, add triggers, let's name it that, and let's say we go to player again. We want to pick the click on block option, here is E, and then we want to click on blocks. We want to choose the determine blocks type. Yes, so no, wait, we need to choose type of block in event first, then we go to custom. We need to pick Deadpool. Wait, so we don't need a position. Oh well, so forget what I say about picking a position of the blocks. We don't need that, all right? Because we have a custom blocks already, so we don't need to actually pick the position for the custom blocks, right? So action, we need to go to the developers again. All right, so this is where it get a bit tricky, right? So the ads triggers is a bit tricky because it has two steps. And if you haven't know, there's a lot of developers who still don't know how to do this. So if you want to learn this beforehand, or if you are a developer and want to learn how to do it correctly, you need to focus on this step. All right. Mr. Arthur, how you press the block and turn into NPC? You want to know the transforming triggers, right? Maybe if we still have time after this, I will show you how to do that. So stay around, I will definitely show you how to do that. There's actually a new function that lately added into Meteor, and I use it like tons of time in my maps already. So just stay around, I will show you how to do it after these triggers, because this is where it gets a bit hard, a bit tricky, difficult, but if you pay attention you would know exactly what to do. Right, so action, we go to developer. This time we don't want to open developer shop, we want to play the advertisement. Right, so now like I said, there will be 4 more codes, and each code will give 2 people 7-day Carol skins. So stay around, there will be more, don't worry, but this part is hard, so we need to focus on this, right? So the player and trigger event, so this is where you type in what the players will get after watching the advertisement. So let's say they get a roasted chicken, so you write roasted chicken in here. Right, so that's all you need to do here. Oh wait, I got this wrong. Right, so now you want to leave this, you want to leave the trigger option and start a new trigger. And you want to name this the add trigger 2. Right, so why do you need 2 trigger to play the ads? For developers, there's no 1 trigger to play advertisement, right? Again, there's no 1 trigger that can place advertisement in Miniworld. You need at least 2 triggers. And how? Let me show you. For the second triggers, you don't need event, you need condition. You need to go to play, you need to click on the play the ad and check, you set this as true. So what this does, right? So if you don't have this condition, the player can just click on the ad and they just need to turn off the ad right away and they still get the reward. You don't want that, you don't want that to happen. You want the players to actually finish watching the ad and then get the reward. So you need to set the condition to current advertisement end. Alright, I mean, if you don't want the players to finish the ads, then you can skip the condition, but for developers this is very important, so make sure you use this condition in your ads trigger. Next, you want to go to action, and then you go to player. Now you can pick the ad item. So what items do the player get after watching the ads? You will pick the items you want to give them after watching the advertisement. So I say roasted chicken. So now I want to find the chicken. I'm not sure where the chicken is. Is there a chicken here? Where is the chicken? Here is the food section, so it should be there it is. So now we want to keep this as player in trigger event, even if it's orange, because now we go back to the first trigger. You click on the trigger here, then you click on the tab of the triggers you just create, the second one. You look for the second trigger, you click on it, and there you go. You have just finished the advertisement triggers. Don't worry about this icon right here. It doesn't mean that the trigger is wrong. It's just because that if this is a single trigger, it won't work, but this is a double trigger, so this one is actually a part of this one, so this one doesn't matter. This is how you set up an advertisement trigger for developers, and this is a bit, it is fallen a bit into the advanced trigger section, but this is how you do it. And after you have set this up correctly, the player who click on the blocks will have the message that do you want to watch an advertisement and receive something, and after they finish watching the advertisement they will receive that exact reward that you set up for them. Alright, so why I cannot show you guys that, because I'm on a PC right now, I'm on a computer, and if you haven't know, the advertisement only play on the phone version of Miniverse. So if you play on a phone and you join some of my maps, you will see there's a blocks that will give you advertisement. As you click on it, you can watch advertisement. But on a computer, you click on something, you will see this message. The advertisement only support the mobile version. Yes, so even if I want to, there's no way I can show you how it works on the PC, but you just know that if you set the trigger like this, then you are done. It is a completely perfect advertisement triggers. So that is the most important trigger for a developer, the developer shop trigger and the advertisement triggers, right? If you miss any information and knowledge, you can always go to my channel and check out the playlist to look back at the previous section, and I will see you soon enough. Right, see ya.